Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the Rodney Bell Show without Rodney Bell. Now, Rodney had to work this morning, so he had messaged me and said, "Hey, if you're thinking about going live, you're welcome to." So, waiting for just one more to conclude. Oh, Barkley, okay, gotcha. Let's see, Jim, welcome in, or Ron, Joel, good morning. Mr. Joe Fotilio, welcome in. John Bonifant. Who else is in here? Welcome in, everybody. No, I'm not going to stay on too long. Just see what's going on this morning. Man, this is bright. Wow. Yeah, we got a little rain last night, but today looks really nice. Got my granddaughter coming over. Lawson has a baseball game this morning, so she don't want to go. So she's going to stay here. I got a couple things to do at the cemetery later. John Bonifant says it's raining here. Mr. Kenny Hobbauer, what's up? Mr. Lon Denard, what's up? Yeah, Kenny, I like your little secret meetings you got there with Hot Rod. You got busted yesterday. See how you are. What's up, Lon? Space Gadget, welcome in. Mr. Barkley is in the house. Barkley, what you got going on this morning? You flying that new Light Plus?
Mr. Bright this morning already.
Yeah, you bright out in the morning. You need some sunscreen on.
Oh, I can barely hear you. Let me turn my volume up. What's going on this morning?
You need some sunscreen on there, it's bright.
Yeah, it's bright this morning.
Yeah, it is here too, man. I tell you.
That's okay though. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I just listened to where they said rain later or possible, but I don't know. Get in that summertime pattern.
Oh yeah, we had a large percentage chance all week, but every day was just a little bit. Not too bad. Wet most of the week, but it was sunny a lot too. So
they've been calling for rain for like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and last night it did. It never did really. It got pretty dark one time, but never did really. Well, it did rain a little bit, but
yeah.
I know Bailey was driving back home from Panama City, so she got caught at the tunnel there in Mobile, so took a little rain at Biloxi, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. She said.
That's good. Well, I got some new red iron going up a couple miles actually in front of my old neighborhood, a couple miles from here. So putting up some, it looks like, some commercial space, whatever going in. So probably going to go fly there maybe today if they're not working, but probably tomorrow. I assume they take Sundays off.
Probably.
Workers.
Yeah.
So, we're going to fly. We're going to fly over there. Looking forward to that. Be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I got today. I got to go to the cemetery, do a couple things. Lawson, I know he's got a baseball tournament right up the road here, so I might. Lena doesn't want to go this morning, so she's gonna come here in a few minutes, and then might try to catch one of them. And Ellie, my little youngest granddaughter, broke her wrist, so she
that's what you said.
Monday morning, got to get a cast. I know she's aggravated just because she can't do gymnastics. They were swimming yesterday, so she got mad that she couldn't swim.
Yeah.
Lance, what's up, brother?
What's up, Lance?
Mr. Lance Cadena. Joe, so what you working on? You building anything? Got everything caught up pretty much?
I need to open up my Demibot and my Quad Mafia frame. Honestly, both of them, I'm getting a motor desync.
John Flynn, welcome in.
So I got to figure out what's going on with those. But I got Old Faithful, which is the Grinderino, and the Avata, which I haven't flown much lately. I need to get that thing out again. So now that I'm down to kind of 2 drones, I think that'll get flown more often. That fan's not too loud, is it? I turned my fan on.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, it's good. You're good. Lon, I put the link in the chat there if you want to hop in. Didn't really know I was going to go live. Rodney had messaged me yesterday evening and said, hey, he wasn't going to be able to go live. I think he had to work today, actually. So
yeah, he did. He requested take this job and shove it on Dennis's son. Saw that.
Yeah, Dennis, man, I think I heard right when it went on for some reason. Well, actually, saw Paulie go live, and then he ended up killing the stream there.
Woke up and went and used the restroom and turned on YouTube, and Dennis was 2 minutes in.
Don.
Whatever, 5:30, 5:35, something like that.
Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna try to get Matt. Well, I don't know what Matt got today, but he might try to show me some soldering tips,
Yeah.
But I got everything pretty well laid out. But I say not pretty well. It's pretty well. This is really be how it looked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Good. You're almost there.
Printing a ton of these battery caps here.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got some green TPU in yesterday. So
Cool. Yeah, my Uncle Mike. Remember Uncle Mike that was down at the Florida meetup?
Yep.
He recently got a 3D printer a couple months ago, and he'd been playing with that. Yeah, he printed out some cool things for the kids, like those those little articulating like dragons or whatever, or whatever. And they came out good, man. He used some kind of rainbow PLA. It's kind of a oil look, translucent, whatever. Not translucent,
that's a
but
3.5 inch. The same one we built. Basically, it was the same frame actually.
Mm-hmm.
We built that Joe built there in the lobby. Yep, 3.5 inch bicycle.
Printing
is fun, man. I tell you, Captain Joe. I know Captain Joe sent me a picture yesterday. Not his granddaughter, his daughter-in-law, I believe, loves dragons. So he sent me a picture of about 10 different dragons that he printed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they came out good. I'm impressed, and they're big. He printed some smaller ones too, like a few inches. But he did 2 of them that are like, oh shit, they're probably 8 or 9 inches long.
Yeah, Ken, I was gonna say that. I mean, you more in a 2-inch range. That's what we were thinking.
That's about 2 inch, right?
Yeah. I mean, he can't fly stuff like Rod flies. Yeah, they had a secret meetup though yesterday, Joe. Him and Hot Rod though.
Who? Kenny and Hot Rod?
Yeah, him and Ken, they got busted though.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah. They working.
I didn't hear about that.
They working on secret. I don't know, 14S or 16S.
I thought 24S is what I heard Hot Rod saying over in Denver. Working on 24S, and he's researching 32S.
This man's got a hoodie on.
You got no power. You must be on your phone.
Yeah, okay. That's right. It's cold here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you're on the delay.
Hey,
I'm on my iPad.
About
yeah.
You did?
What is the dragon?
I know. I was showing them, telling them.
Dragon Vinci, big Vinci.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's cool.
That is very cool. Heck yeah.
Joe, I mean, that's a high. It looks shiny. Is it? That's not a matte. Is it just PLA?
That's a satin. That's a PLA satin, but it's purple, green, and gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They made a whole bunch of them.
That might be what they
Rodney Bell. It's the Rodney Bell show without Rodney.
Right. Rodney Bell minus Rodney.
Mr. Flynn, what's up?
Not too much. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a little low, but it's good. You lost power this morning, huh?
Yeah, for some reason. I mean, it's not like we have bad weather or anything, but that's never been an excuse in the past. So we were just started to make breakfast and it died. Ooh, that's cool.
Damn.
That looks like the same colors.
Yeah, I think what color is this, Mike?
The tricolor, gold, black, and red.
Black, gold, and red. Yeah. That's pretty cool. It came out good. Very cool. We're all talking about 3D printing on the show.
Oh, yeah. They're for sale.
They're for sale, Aunt Bonnie said.
You can't buy the printer.
Hey, Joe, don't if you need any TPU to print, don't order none because I got 4 different colors now. So if you need to print something, I'll just bring you a roll. I got a whole roll of green, a whole red. What else? Black.
The only thing I have is orange. No, I don't have any TPU. I only have the PETG. That's an orange. Everything else PLA.
John, you printed any TPU yet? Have you tried it?
Yeah. Yep. I printed a few different things with it.
Yeah.
Nothing too major, but It's a little different than
Yeah.
printing the PLA, but
Yeah,
Little,
I do have
trial and
TPU. I
error.
have orange TPU. Orange TPU, yellow
I think
PETG.
that's what I've got too.
Scotty
I've
Jackrabbit
got
said
orange
he
and green.
is still driving. I guess he's driving. I don't know. Where are you driving, Scotty? Back to Georgia or from Georgia? Or does he even know? He's just trying to avoid toll roads.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming meetup.
I wonder if he got Scotty. Did you get your bill for the toll roads? I didn't get anything, so I don't. It looks like another
You
year.
still didn't get nothing? You still
You're
didn't
gonna
get
get them
nothing,
all at
Johnny?
once.
I get those every week.
No, I haven't. I haven't got mine, and I haven't got it the last. I don't know. This would be 3 years in a row.
That's crazy, dude.
Wow.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if
Got
it's
that
like
spray stuff he puts on his tag.
my Southeastern license plate. The it's the university plate. I don't know if it reads it different or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird though.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because my daughter,
Congrats, though, on that.
yeah, they went to Disney World last January or February, and they got it like I don't know 3 or 4 days. Well, I'll say 3 or 4 days. About a couple weeks later, because I got it every day, and they definitely got it. So Scotty knows all them back roads. Oh yeah, he does. I'm not sure where he's headed though. Dennis Love Lady, welcome in. Thanks.
Dennis,
Morning.
thanks for the show.
Glad you
Morning,
feeling
Dennis.
better. Dennis been out a while.
So, John, what's the weather other than your power being out?
Oh gosh, it is 34 degrees, cloudy, and 25 mile an hour at the moment.
How
Did you
cold?
say-
So
did you say
not ideal,
34?
but I'm
34?
anyhow. 44. 44.
Not much better, but
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 65 this
It's
morning.
cold.
Yep.
It was like 70. It was almost 80 day before yesterday.
Wow.
I think today, Joe, they show like 89 degrees, 88 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
welcome to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. I mean,
Oh
it's
man, you guys are killing me. You're killing me.
Yeah, but hey, you'll be able to just think your batteries in that type of weather, good 50, 60 degrees, you'll get good battery.
Come on down here, John. We'll meet.
That's what.
Meet halfway. We'll meet in Kansas City. You can
We'll
park
look
at
at-
my old house, and then we'll ride on down to Houston, and we'll fly. You get some good weather down here.
All right.
That's the south side of the country.
That worked.
You could wear your Swifty shirt, John.
Yeah, you wear your Swifty gear and all your 87
so much
with your
of it. I don't know.
bedazzle.
I just don't know what to bring with me. I have so much of it.
Hey,
I
maybe
request the 87 with rhinestones all over it.
Kansas City's gonna draft Shanor Sanders and get rid of their quarterback.
Yeah,
That's
right.
something.
No,
Did he ever get drafted?
No, he didn't get drafted last night either.
Oh, Lord help me.
Dennis,
That's crazy.
Joe.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
KC drafted a offensive lineman from Rick's team,
You're breaking
Buckeye.
up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got an offensive tackle, Josh Simmons, I think is his name. I don't follow college, so I don't know. But hopefully he's a good left tackle, I believe, to protect Patty Mahoney. We'll see.
Let's see.
As long as he
Captain Joe, you going to find
got a whole.
I hope to. I got to find what my son's doing though.
Yeah, we need to try to go to that Red Bluff one day this week, maybe.
Yeah, we can do it this week.
That's
Yeah, I want to find what my son's. You see, my lieutenant Marine Corps son's here, so we've been trying to spend every day some time together. Because when he leaves here, I probably won't see him for about almost a year and a half. Because he's going on a ship, and they're saying it's a 6-month cruise, but they're talking about leaving early now. So that means it's going to be at least 8 months, and it could be a year.
Kenny.
So that's what they're probably going to do.
Get it, boy.
Push it to a year.
Oh, Ken's on. I should sign off then.
Yeah.
Ken, sorry about your butt, man.
Place it right here.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I put a Boston butt on last night at about 10:30.
Yeah.
I would put it at 200 degrees because you got to cook it up to 203. I was like, I'm just going to let it smoke all night so I don't have to cook it all day today. I woke up this morning at 6, walked outside to check on it, and I had an error message on my pellet grill.
Wow.
I don't know what time it stopped last night. So I checked the internal temperature of the butt, and it was at 130. So according to Google, that's okay as long as it wasn't like at 130 for like 4 hours or whatever, because the bacteria can't grow that fast.
Yeah.
I started it back up again, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, it'll be
We'll see
fine.
if you get sick or not.
You get
You
up
use
to
a rectal
160,
thermometer for that?
165, you'll be fine. Yeah.
I heard a joke the other day, Joe, about what's the difference between a
Paul Murray, welcome in.
thermometer and a rectal thermometer? And the answer is
It's a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You should be okay at 130. Long as you get that thing back up to about 165 and kill everything.
Yeah, it's at 164 right now, and it says I got 3 hours left on the cook.
Yeah, Matt
165 will kill it.
Matt actually took out a turkey last night and a Boston butt, so he's gonna throw it on there tonight for tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, a buddy of mine sent me some of that meat church seasoning.
Oh yeah.
So I'm using that on the butt today to try it out.
Yeah.
I like Boston butts, and I cannot lie.
John, July 14th, man. You better be ready.
Like,
Mark that calendar.
that's coming up, isn't it? Man, I would love to make that.
I'm highly
away from me,
considering.
you
I've
know?
been
The
pondering.
meetup, right?
Yeah, Joe knows, but I hadn't told anybody else. I'm pondering going on a 6-week road trip, so I may make my way up to Michigan if I decide to do the trip.
Mr.
Hope
Buckeye
you can do it,
Drones,
man.
Mr. Rick Williamson. Yes, my room is already booked. Yep, you can reserve the rooms for the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Heck yeah.
Actually,
Wow.
they have them open
Rick-
from Wednesday to that Sunday,
out then.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, yeah.
Anybody tell Rick we move hotels?
Oh, don't tell him. Don't let him know.
Oh, sorry.
Don't bring those Ohio State coasters.
There's no drone meetup in next year. I think we skipping a year, right, Ken?
Yes, that's correct.
Committee
Taking the year
decided on
off.
skipping the year, yeah. It's supposed to be rain in the forecast.
We're doing it in Oregon.
355 days from now.
Isn't it in Oregon?
It was too windy this year.
Poor
Everybody got
Rick.
windburned, so
Poor Rick. Y'all shouldn't
got to
be
take
doing
a year
Rick.
off.
Y'all shouldn't be doing Rick like that.
What's July 14th, Kenny?
No, I may try to drive to Michigan around July 14th because that's right
Remember you
before.
said.
That's right before the Palooza. July 18th is the Palooza.
Mhm.
So my goal is to.
So where is that at this year? Is it
Chicago.
Chicago
Same.
in Elgin.
Mhm.
Is it the same spot? Is it
Hot
always
Rod.
No, I think they have a different spot this year.
Yeah, I think that Mikey's trying to get a BMX track. He's trying to get us in at a BMX track to do some chasing, and then I think there's a spot where it's pretty wooded, not wooded, but there's some trees, so do some freestyle competition over there.
Oh yeah, trees and FPV. That's a
Yeah.
great mix.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is the Fly Tribe going to be there this year to hold one of their competition events for the Oregon competition?
Hey, Barkley.
Oh. I assume Fly Tribe is going to be there. They just missed last minute last year.
Yeah, no, I
assume-
heard. I could be wrong, but I heard that they're doing only 5 preliminary or semifinal competitions this year. One that Tech got 3rd place in,
Mhm.
and I heard that they might be doing it at the Palooza as well, so that whoever wins 1st, 2nd, 3rd gets to go to Oregon and compete.
Awesome.
I'm not 100%,
Wow.
so don't put me on that, but I heard.
Hey
that
Joe and Ken, I know y'all still working the frame. How's it coming, or y'all anything?
Yeah, we were chatting with some of you guys may remember Steven Clover Cage FPV. He was on. Was he on? Whose show did we see him on?
we talked about that.
I know he was on. I know he was on Mikey's. Well, I don't know. That's a good question, but he is working on some. He's working on some modifications for us. The frame.
It's coming along though, real good.
Good morning.
Hey. So She didn't want to go to baseball games, so she's staying here. She's going to the game, Ellen?
What?
Hot Rod, what's up?
You're muted.
Muted.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
He's new at this.
Stay
Yeah.
just like
Pop off,
that.
Mike.
Stay
Pop
just
off.
like that, Rod. You sound great.
What are you
Just leg
saying,
it.
Ken?
What's that?
What are you trying to say?
With me?
Yeah, you said Hot Rod never sounded
It's
so
perfect.
I'm gonna pop off, guys.
All right, John.
Good to see you, John.
John, be good, brother.
See everybody later.
Peace.
I'm trying to find some dirt bikes that will let me chase them, Ron. Oh,
Oh, that'd be fun.
yeah. No, Rodney. No, Rodney is working, Ray.
Now, Hot Rod built me that drone a while back and gave to me, but it
Yeah.
was having kind of a battery life issue. It was only lasting for about 30 seconds in the air.
Oh, wow.
So he was bored yesterday. He texted me. He was like, "Hey, what you doing tonight?" I'm like, "Nothing. Come on up." So he come up. We went ahead and put it on the bench, and we fixed it really quick and flew it last night. And I got over 3 minutes of flight time. It's
Great.
fine. Yeah.
What was the issue?
It was nothing. It's got 8,000 kV motors on it. All we had to do was lower the motor output on it down to 80 or 75%, and
Good.
she's flying great now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Rodney, you're still muted, brother.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
He heard me say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's working on it.
He's clicking some buttons. Looks like.
He's putting that Power 1000 to that mic.
Now, what size is that, Kenny? Is that
It's a two and it's right here. It's a two and a half.
That's what I thought.
It's this little guy right here.
Yep.
We got it
Check it out.
last night. He even put he built this. He even put GPS on it and stuff.
You don't need that.
I know. It's the only drone I have with GPS, and I did not build it.
Does Joe know GPX is like $12 now?
I didn't say that's too expensive. I said you don't need it.
Yeah. No. I ordered actually I got a fly fish GPS for this one. I don't know. I've never used it. It was like $12.
So I am thinking about doing this 6-week road trip. My son's playing in a poker tournament in Vegas on July 28th. So I'm thinking about leaving like 8 days before that and just driving 4 hours a day so I can work at spots while I'm driving. Because basically I can work anywhere I want. So I'm thinking about doing that, sleeping in my car, taking showers at the Planet Fitness gym, and just being a nomad for like 6 weeks just to do it. Just to
4 hours a day. It's going to take you 3 days to get out of Florida.
I know. I already calculated it. It's a 36-hour drive to Vegas, and at 4 hours a day, that's 9 days.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, so I figured I already kind of timed it out. Then I'll leave Vegas on July 1st, and I'll have 17 days to get to Michigan, basically, say hi to John, and then go from Michigan down to Chicago for the Palooza, and then go down through
Testing.
Nashville, out of Berkeley, and then
All right, Warren. Thanks for hopping in.
Is that better?
yeah, sort of. I can hear you now.
Some reason Windows had muted the mic.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Look, Joe Fotoleo. That's your buddy.
Don't need GPS with no props. Easy to find it. Just look down. Yeah, that's it, man. Nailed it.
So did I finally prompt you enough, Johnny? Is that why you why you built that frame?
What's that now?
Did I finally bug you enough? Is that what got you to build that frame?
Oh no, I built a frame before. I just never put one together.
You got to do the soldering now, man. That's the next step.
Yeah, I don't know. We might fool with it today. I don't know what my son-in-law got. He's gonna give me some soldering lessons. If not, I'll get Joe there on Discord, and so we'll. Yeah, Matt's working on a couple little light boxes and all. So I don't know what he got planned today. I know so we'll probably work on it today at some point or over the weekend. There's no rush. I did get everything in, so yeah, it looks good.
So the flight controller that I'm using, because I started building the drone like I built for Kenny. One, I needed a second one because I've broken mine 2.5 inch, and it's like, so So I kind of want to spare. But the flight controller actually has plugs for everything. GPS, receiver,
Really?
O3. You could plug them in.
Plug and play.
Yep. There's a few boards out there that like, of course, you can't afford them now, but there's a couple of them. It really surprises me that more of the manufacturers don't just go. I don't get it. I don't get why they don't put the plugs on the board. I mean, it's a 2-cent item.
Well, I guess I mean, I guess it would depend on the flight, the camera. I know Joe and I were talking. This stack here has another wire in there. It looks like, I guess that it's a bigger, thing that plugs in.
Yeah.
A Caddx Vista, or maybe some kind of other camera,
Yeah, some air units are flight controllers. Yeah, they have a couple plugs on them for different uses, and they should have a separate pin out. The pads. So like if
and I'm sure I could read and see what it's
so this is the same one that Ken has that I'm rebuilding. So I put the 04 light on because my other one's got the 04 Pro. So I was trying to build it like Ken's.
Chris,
but I shortened the standoffs even more so than I did on Ken's. The default in this frame is 28 millimeters for the standoffs. Ken's I cut down to 25. It's still got way too much space.
So what you're saying is you're building a better drone than what you gave me. Okay, I see.
I don't know if better, but at least upgraded. The goal is because I think Ken's with all the TPU and everything on there and the 850 battery is like 151 grams. So it's lightweight. This thing hopefully will be about 10 grams lighter.
Yeah, do you know how much a quarter-inch standoff being shorter, how much less that costs?
So
cost, but no.
Kai,
so
I don't say anything bad about the big tall guy from Texas there. I mean, just saying.
What's up, Kai?
Kai, what's up? Kai. I love to figure out. Let's see, what's Ken? I love it, but I need to figure out Betaflight. Yeah, well, that's definitely going to be for my son-in-law there to program this thing.
Yeah, Ron needs some help there with Betaflight, and I'm not skilled enough to know what's going on. But yeah, he's having some issues with one of his. I think just getting it to connect to Betaflight. He's plugging in on the computer, and it's not even coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he wanted to change rates. What was it, Ron? What did you want to change?
So it's kind of two things with that. When he plugs it in, is the flight controller getting power off the
line that's right there
USB port?
I did try. I did tell him to try it with a battery plugged in because I had an issue like that where I had a quad that was soldered not incorrectly, but could have been in a better place, right?
It could just be the firmware on the,
and it could be the firmware also because
matching up with his Betaflight.
Because my desktop, for whatever reason, my new desktop, I can't run Betaflight on that. I got to go to my laptop. It's the same firmware version, but it may be a driver's thing. I'm not sure.
I will say, yeah, that cable.
The other problem I've had, because it's my freaking desktop that does it to me all the time. Occasionally, Windows doesn't. This is purely a driver kind of issue with your machine.
I didn't even recognize
I'm
telling you,
doesn't recognize that device. Windows may not muck with it. So I've had cases where I simply put the machine to sleep and woke it back up, and then all of a sudden USB ports would work right, and I could connect to Betaflight. So try restarting and see whether it connects.
What is Kai saying?
What is that? The bearded captain. What's up,
Captain Ray?
You lose your razors?
Good morning, Johnny, Joe, Captain Joe.
Hey,
Ron,
Ray.
Ken.
Ray, do you need a membership? Do you need a membership to Harry's?
Well, I tell you, Captain Ray, I thought somebody was in your car. I was gonna let me see your hands.
Well, sorry if I'm breaking up. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, you okay?
I hear you fine.
We hear you.
In my car by the Juneau Pier still.
Ray, you pulling out in the morning?
Yes, 6 a.m. That's
Uh-oh.
the plan.
Yep.
You stopping in North Carolina, Ray?
Yeah. I'm gonna stop at the Rockingham Speedway first. Stay overnight there. Hopefully get a flight in by the raceway.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm gonna stop at my cousin's in North Carolina too.
Yeah, Ray's on
Greensboro. He lives by Greensboro. You guys met him at the meetup 2 years ago.
Dwayne. Yep, Dwayne.
So how you all doing?
Oh, we're just kind of hanging out. I wasn't going to go live this morning. Rodney told me he had to work, so I figured I'd come on a few minutes. So.
Yeah. Well, I was looking. I was waiting for Rodney, and then okay.
Yeah, I think he had to take off because he was sick, so he had to work today. And I think he got to work tomorrow too, I believe.
Oh, really?
Overtime, making the big bucks.
So I'm not sure if he's just making up some hours or what.
Actually, I got a question for Joe and Ken. So I've got, in fact, it'll be in the mailbox here in a little bit. I got the XR2, which is the receiver with the little ceramic antenna on it instead of having the full antenna. Any idea where to mount that thing for sort of the best?
The ELRS.
Yeah, ELRS with that little tower ceramic antenna on it.
I am Crossfire, so Kenny, take it away. I mean, I have my Model T's mounted. I like to mount them on the bottom on a piece of TPU like this.
Yeah, all mine, I shrink wrap it. It comes with a little shrink wrap thing, and you just shrink wrap it, and then usually I'll do it right behind the camera, and just mount it to the top of the top plate or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would think you would want that tower sort of sticking up above somehow. So okay,
I think.
All right, Steve, got to run. Thanks for joining in.
Although,
sure, Captain.
Ken, if you look at yours that I built you,
Well,
the receiver is underneath in the middle.
Look, here's my other 2.5 inch. Can you make that big?
That big, John.
So let me see. Let me move that.
Make his 2.5 inch bigger.
And see, you can see I got it mounted right behind the camera right there. And mine's vertical on this one, but then some of them I'll put it horizontal up against the top of the plate.
You need a new prop.
The props are good.
Oh, come on. Just take a lighter, heat it up, bend it out, and keep flying. That's all you need to do.
Nah. Looking good there, Mr. Kenny. Ray, so you flew this morning at the sunrise?
Yeah. I flew sunrise at the Juneau Beach Pier. Yeah, it was nice.
You were by yourself? You by yourself, or nobody else flew?
Nah, just by myself. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh. And Joe, hey Joe, nice shirt by the way.
I see that. As I said, nice shirt, Captain. I like that. Thank you. Appreciate the representing Flynn today. I'm on Captain John Flynn's side.
Yeah.
Going manual, baby, flipping the switch up and out of here. Let's go.
John, do you like it? He's still listening, right? Do you like
should be.
I imagine he is.
Yeah, he's in here.
Yeah, his power went out, so he was kind of cutting in and out. But yeah, flying Brother Flynn is flipped the Avata 2 into manual mode, and he's taking the first steps.
Nice.
Proud of him.
By the way, I found a problem with 8S. And I bumped into it last Sunday. So I flew several batteries, and it was like I wasn't quite getting the speed that I wanted. So I'm like, let me change props. And when I went to change props, one of the props was cracked. I mean, it was like kind of really weird. It's like I hadn't crashed the thing. And I ended up talking to one of my vendors out in Arizona, and he kind of clued me in on what was happening. The issue with that 8S is it's so much power, and most of those props are not like super stiff. It's flattening the prop out, and it's really cavitating the prop, and it's actually breaking the prop. Is kind of really what it's doing. If you really get into the 8S and hammer it, those cheaper props. So I've ordered a set of the bi-blade carbon fiber props to put on that thing. So that, but yeah, if you use the sort of normal props on an 8-inch, chances are the prop's going to break at some point, simply from the power.
Captain Joe, you got that video you sent me yesterday of the Mavic 4? You got it handy?
Look for it.
If you, yeah, well, I'd like to show that if you.
Yeah, that's interesting, Rod. That's too much torque, and it's
with that much
props aren't
power,
regulated for it.
kind of a lot of torque. So the $2 props are not going to last very long. I guess is what I'm going to say. Keep an eye on them because.
So you're saying toroidal props won't work either.
So.
Ken, what are you having trouble with your Power 1000? With your
so because I have a hybrid vehicle now.
Gotcha.
I was talking to Lon the other day, and I bought the super fast charger because I was going to hook it up to the battery and stuff in the car. So the way I have it hooked up now, it only charges at 100 watts. But with that super fast charger, it'll charge 600 or 1200 watts, charge it a lot quicker. And for my road trip, I wanted to make sure I could keep it charged all the time.
Keep it at 100, yeah.
So I ordered it, and then I called the dealership after I ordered it, and they told me that, you can't hook that up to your car because your 12-volt battery is integrated with
the Session Link.
Yeah.
It just sends to you, Messenger.
They already shipped it.
All right, yeah, let me see if I can.
So the 12-volt battery hooks up to the hybrid system.
Right, so you can't hook that up to it; it'll screw something up. I didn't.
That's like when I have a like a power adapter, like goes in a cigarette lighter and gives you a couple USBs and like a 110. And when my truck, which is a hybrid, when it kicks into electric mode, like I'll have my battery, like my Hoda lipo charger plugged into it, and as soon as it kicks into electric, it shuts off. It ain't got enough power to do it. So it's similar.
I bought a solar panel for it, so
I shared this video that Joe sent of the Mavic 4 here. Check this thing out.
Ken, you'll just have to sell your Santa Fe. That's all.
You want to buy it?
Oh wow!
Oh, that's
Is that crazy?
Look at that.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh shit!
This when it makes that after it makes that rotation, then it starts looking up. That's the crazy part right here. When it goes up like that, that is crazy.
And it flips up and around. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is cool.
That's wow.
Take my money.
Yeah,
take my money. He says.
Yeah, I don't know. That thing's gonna be.
I wonder how they're going to do that with the controls.
I wonder. You remember in the how you could do that, like with the. I haven't done it in years, but you could touch the screen and hold for a second until it, haptic feedback, and then you can drag the camera left and right.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's like that.
Could be.
How much of the props will be seen? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean probably.
I would say, especially that looking up like that. Yeah, I guess.
Looking up and to the side. Yeah, I imagine. Crazy. Very cool though.
That's like the Seinfeld episode, down and to the left when the spit hit Kramer.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested in the 4, other than with obviously my contention is the bad's probably going to happen. So it was like, okay, I'll probably go ahead and buy the 4. That camera movement, at least from a use case perspective, and this is what I try to talk to everybody about, whether you need a drone or don't need a drone. Is there something that will be useful to you? For me, that camera angle like that is useful for the rocket launches, because there are places where I can get in close when the rockets go up, but I can't get the gimbal up high enough at times. So the 4 would be useful for that for me.
I think Captain Ray's feeding a homeless guy.
See that? He got all kinds of stuff in there.
Hey, Johnny, I want to know when you're going to solder.
I don't know. We might fool with it.
Let me see what you got done so far.
Huh?
It looks good. You got the VTX mounted, the camera mounted. You got the stack on there too.
Yeah. Well, the stack's just sitting, but yeah.
So have you counted how many wires you got to solder yet?
I don't know. Like that's 12, and then the probably 18.
Is the camera going to be plug and play? Hopefully, so you just plug it in. Hopefully, the wires.
No, he'll probably have the the 12 on the motors, and then 6 on the 3-in-1 cable.
And Joe,
and the
correct me if
GPS
I'm wrong.
The
On
GPS
that
is-
one, since he's running DJI, is he going to have to snip the gray and orange wire?
No. Since he's running DJI, he'll keep the brown and yellow wire.
The brown and yellow. Okay.
Yeah, it'll go red to. I like to go to the battery ESC, the battery terminal on the ESC, and then black to brown.
You know, I am colorblind. Just letting you know.
Are you putting ELRS on that, or are you just using the DJI?
No, just DJI.
Just
Okay,
DJI.
okay. All right, that makes sense.
I can't afford another $15. Shit.
Right? You already got a GPS unit on there. You went broke.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I actually have,
Ray.
Maddie was the one that always told me put the power in the ground from the air unit to the ESC. But I actually have another idea, although it adds a little weight. And the reason I ended up going this route is because I had a case where I fried 2 O3 air units, literally fried them when I plugged the battery in.
Oh, damn.
Because those wires were attached to the ESC and there was a grounding issue somewhere and it literally fried the O3.
I put the ground on the black wire to the ground pad, but I do the red to the ESC.
Yeah. So Maytech and a few others, they make these little power converters where at least the Maytech one, it takes 6 to 60 volts and there's some solder pads on it and you can make it 5, 9, or 12 volts output. And so I put that in and then put the air unit to that. That way, if some sort of surge spike happens, that little power board will get fried instead of the air unit. And that board
never go to the ESC battery terminal. Always go to the flight controller.
What was that? Never go to the ESC battery terminal. Always go to flight controller.
So he must go off of VBAT, off the flight controller, which you could do.
Yeah, you could do that.
But anyways, I like this little power board.
The FC filters the power. Flight controller filters the power. Got it.
Hey, does anybody know if you can still buy Neos, by the way? Can you get them?
Actually, let me.
You still can.
You can?
Yeah, they have them on Amazon.
Let's see.
They actually have them at like Adorama and B&H too, I think.
DJI Neo.
Yeah, they had a little trash drum.
Yeah, they got them at Amazon too. Well, $289 for the Flymore kit. Is that right?
That's the right price.
You could get it today if you order right now.
When you say the Fly More kit, does that come with a controller, Johnny, or no?
No.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Ray's thinking about getting into FPV.
Yeah, a Neo FPV.
Look, Ray, if I order it, I could get it. I could have it today, 5 p.m.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's the regular one. That's the regular price, $289.
Because you need the RC2 controller, right? You can't do it with the RC,
Right.
the regular one.
RC2.
But you got the RC2 with the. Don't you have an RC2?
No, I got the RC, the original one.
Oh, I got you.
And even with the Mavic 4 Pro, it's still the original one.
Mavic 3 Pro.
I know. I got this.
Yeah,
04,
Mavic 3 Pro.
I got this 04 air unit. I got this 04 air unit.
You slipped there, Captain Ray. Well, now we know.
In 3 days. This came in 3 days. 04 air unit. So it's pretty quick from DJI.
All right, Johnny, here you go. I'm gonna try to do this.
What we doing?
I'll give you a tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
That board's a lot bigger than the one I got.
Yeah, this is the practice board. Right? You got all kinds of little things on there, right? So you flux it up, put a little flux.
I'm gonna flux it up, all right.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, you gonna flux it up.
Watch your mouth.
All right. It's the solder I use.
That's the one you stole out of Ken Hallbauer's bag. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Got your. Obviously, I got just a small tip. I like to put a little bit on the iron.
You didn't say turn it on, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, it's on. You know, get a
Hey,
little
Joe,
bit on your tip.
You can start charging for lessons, man. Start having classes at Adult
Look here.
Ed.
Look here. Get it hot. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know how well you can see it because I'm trying to hold my phone and do all this together.
Right there. That's good. Right there.
Right there.
Yep.
So, Joe, you're doing this live?
Well, I'm just showing Johnny because he's wanting to get it and do some soldering.
Oh, cool.
I could just
Put
send
that
it
on there.
solder.
Joe's a lot better solder than I am, but I'll tell you, if you'll notice what he's doing, he's putting the tip of the soldering iron onto the pad and then putting the solder down. The reason he's doing that is because solder is attracted to heat. So he's heating the pad up first really quick,
Right.
so that when he puts the solder to the soldering iron, the solder goes down to the pad because that's where it's drawn to.
This is probably going to be warm to pick up. But.
Now, Joe, you don't want to heat the board too much, right? I mean, do it pretty quickly.
Yeah, you want to do it quickly. You can lift the copper pad off of the board if you're on it too long, but you want a nice shiny ball like that. You see how it's got some height to it. I don't know how well you can see from the side.
Yep.
You must crash a lot. You're getting really
Bad,
good.
the bad part is, Johnny, there's no room on some of the flight controllers to move the solder guard around like that, especially with the pads are right next to each other. So those are the tricky ones.
I want to know what the trick is on doing the battery wires.
Big pad, big tip.
Yeah, big tip.
Big
Those
tip.
are a pain in the butt to do.
Guy says the bigger the blob, the better the job.
That's it. He's right about that.
Yeah, now, you know what's funny? I mean, I was talking to Joe. I know Matt, my son-in-law. He always. I mean,
That's real good, Joe.
If you look at, it looks good. If you're looking at that, you think that the battery would be the easiest one, but y'all all say the battery is the hardest one to do.
They're the hardest one because of too much solder.
Yeah.
What's kind of cool is I'm gonna waste some solder here, but it's kind of cool.
Can you write my name in solder?
Probably not. If it's in copper first, I can do it.
So Joe, on the little pads, sometimes what I do is I'll put the blob on the tip, and then put the solder on the pad. Not necessarily put the tip on the pad.
Yep, just put a little drop like that,
and then let it sort of drop onto the pad. Yeah, that's the way to do the tiny ones.
Yep.
Yeah, Ken, the guy that you that did the drone thing by y'all in Jacksonville there, he was showing he just drops the solder, I believe. I can't remember his name.
Jeff.
Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, he's real good too.
But that's what I do on the teeny tiny ones. I actually put the solder on the soldering iron and then just kind of hold the solder onto the pad until the pad heats up enough to sort of pull the solder off the iron.
Joe, can you do that left-handed?
Nope. Sure can't.
That looks good, man. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks great.
It
is easy. It's just a technique. You just put some solder on there and pull it out.
Well, if you crash as much as he does, you got to know how to do it good.
You got to know how to do it.
It's easy on a flat board. It's not so easy when you have capacitors, resistors, and everything else right next to the pad.
Most definitely. And these are huge freaking pads on here, so like this is easy, you know. But like all these, these are good practice here along this edge.
Yeah, these are little bitty ass pads right here.
Mm-hmm.
I need more a better pair of glasses.
If you want to try something tricky, Johnny, do 3 pads. Do the 2 outside pads and then try to solder the one in between and not bridge it.
Yeah.
If you can do that, then you're in a good place.
No, I'm not into tricky. I'm just into getting it working right.
And Rod's right. Start with your hardest pad first to work your way out.
Yep.
So always look at what direction you're going to solder things on so that you can try to not end up bridging.
Yeah, that's a little bitty thing. Yeah, see that right there. Well, look, Joe, I'm just gonna box this shit up and send it to you.
Sounds good, Bubba. Send it on. All right. I'm gonna turn my camera.
Matt does have some practice boards.
I got a mess going on in here. Holy smokes!
Hey Johnny, you got your on-air light on, by the way?
Oh no, I'm sitting in the just here in the living room. Yeah, Matt built that for me. He gave it to me yesterday, actually. So
Nice.
yeah, he built one for Amber that says Coach Babin with the volleyball. It looks pretty good. So yeah, and he made a GMC one, and he made a Kia one, and he's making all kinds. Made one for Laney.
And when you get a chance, send me that file so I can see how you did it, because I was trying to do it last night and I couldn't get it all the way.
Practice board time and patience, yeah, is my issue these days. Yeah, I hear you, Lon. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can do it. Hey, I just got to do it. That's all.
It's easy, man.
Yeah,
Just
over and
flux
over
is your
and
friend.
over
Put a little
again.
flux on there and heat up the pad just for a couple seconds. Drop some solder on it. Put a little solder on the tip first, and then touch the pad. It'll help transfer the heat.
Yeah, I mean, boards are cheap. I'll probably burn.
I mean, I hate to say it, but a little game called Just the Tip.
The other piece is on the little pads, and this is something it took me a while to learn. You actually want about as little solder as you can get on those pads, because if you put a big glop on there, you're about 100 times more likely to end up bridging it with the one right next to it. So yeah,
I kind of like a little bit of I like a little bit of a ball, a little bit of a puddle, personally. But you're right. Like, you don't want it to be so much that it is flowing over to the next one, but you want an adequate puddle there to sink a wire into also.
Hey Joe, I got a question. So let's say you
Brian,
have two pads.
Ray is going undercover. He's going back to work, so don't tell anybody.
Yeah, he is.
What do you say, Kenny?
So let's say you do have two pads next to each other and they're bridging a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I don't know the right method, but usually what I'll do is I'll take my soldering iron and just kind of drag it between them and spread the solder out a little bit just to kind of make a gap there. Is that the best way of doing it?
Yeah, that's how I do it, but put flux on it first.
Okay.
Yep. Dab a little flux on it, and then heat it up.
The gates are coming down.
Hurry!
I did. I made it.
Yeah.
The bright line. You guys know the bright line.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Johnny, there's that board that I was talking about. That's why I got shared off AliExpress. It's a step down Beck is kind of what it is, but it has 60 to 60 volt for input. So you solder that to the ESC, and then you can solder whatever you want to have power to this board. That way you fry the board and not something valuable like the air unit.
So where does that go? I mean,
Wherever you want to put it.
I got you.
Run the wires and put it anywhere in the mount that you want to put it in. But this is how I prevent my air unit from getting fried by having the air unit on the ESC.
Yeah, it's interesting, and hey, I don't know. Seemed like AliExpress, you still can get all the stuff. I mean, fairly reasonable. I got an ESC, I think day before yesterday.
They're not paying the tariffs. That's part of it.
Huh?
They're not paying the tariffs as part of it. You know, I had ordered something from iFlight Direct. They literally sent me an email talking about everything, and then they said, "Oh, you may have to pay some tariffs when it gets to the." They basically flat out said they ain't paying it.
Dang.
Fuck you. That's basically what they were saying in the email. I have the email.
Don't buy it then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny? I had something else in the cart though. I don't remember. It wasn't. I mean, it was. I guess it was. I don't even remember what it was. But anyway, on a tax, the part was like $14. The tax was like 27, and I never had that before. But it didn't say anything about tariff. But then when I put it back in there and did it again, it didn't. So I don't know what AliExpress was.
All I will say is be very, very careful, because those bastards over there aren't going to raise their prices. Most of them are not going to raise their prices because of competition thing, and they're going to leave it up to you when it hits the border to pay. So be very careful.
Well, who would? I mean, how could I get charged?
That game.
I mean, what does that mean?
What does that mean? That means the customs agents will contact you to pay the tariff.
Not on the ESC stack. I don't feel
they dropped. Here's the difference, and it goes into effect, I think, May 2nd. So there used to be an $800 minimum floor limit that they would do the tariffs on. They dropped it down to $100, and part of the reason they did that is so that they can catch Temu and Shein. So Temu and Shein can't flood the American market. So even on stacks now, if the stack is over $100, you're gonna get hit.
Nice duck, right?
You know what it is, right?
The duck.
The duck head.
Duck.
So the other part of it is, I was talking to one of the vendors. You may get away with it, Johnny, simply because it's a really small package.
Right.
So if you like order one and it's a little like that backboard, right? If you order one of those and it shows up in a little box, the customs guys aren't gonna even try to muck with it. It's just they don't have enough time for the things that they need to do. So little things like that will sort of.
I just ordered the 04 air unit. The 04 air unit came from DJI. I ordered it Sunday and got it Wednesday. For the same price, nothing extra.
They may have shipped that out of Canada.
I don't know.
It's not like they don't have multiple warehouses all over the place. They could have shipped it out of the U.S. They
a lot of that
have inventory here too.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from Texas on DJI. So.
Yeah, because that's where the repair center is.
Right. So.
They're probably shipping parts out of there that they had already shipped there and stored for doing repairs.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I got to get over the cemetery, and then tomorrow morning, regular drones and coffee. This was just kind of a little extra. Rodney said he couldn't go live, so I thank everybody for hopping in this morning, and we'll be regular. I'll send the links out tonight to everybody that joins us on Sunday morning. And, hey, get out there and fly while the weather's nice. And, Joe, I'll call you. We'll try to definitely do this week.
Sounds good. Take care, everybody.
All right, Joe, thanks for that demo there, brother.
Yeah, no sweat, man. If you want to do it, you want to look at it again later, just let me know. We can get more in depth with it. Everybody take care.
I like to get this thing finished now, All right.
Yeah.